Everyone, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. What, 53 seconds? 52, 51, 50. Yep.
Oh wait, hold on. I was looking at the YouTube one, which was much more behind than that.
Right
What?
then.
30 seconds?
Right, we're gonna chat about the Nintendo Direct that's happening right now. There's Jazam and Matt and me.
Hello.
Hello.
So we got 15 seconds or so to go, so let's see what happens.
I'm expecting right at the beginning Half-Life 3.
That is telling the truth.
Yeah.
Just remember to close the Twitch
Peggy
chat.
18.
Never good things going on there.
Oh, Peggy 18.
Better not be fucking loud and shit.
Nah.
What? Peggy 18 Labo.
皆さん
No,
おはようござい
they
ま
say
す
Peg 18. I think.
任天堂ダイレクトの案内役を務めます小泉ですどうぞよろしくお願いします任天堂スイッチと任天堂 3DS に関する様々な情報を
Yeah.
お届けしていきます
There's no Iwata though.
まずは 3DS のヘッドラインです
3DS? It still lives! Oh my god.
WarioWare!
Why couldn't it come to the friggin' Switch? Ugh.
Touchscreen, 2 screens.
Yeah,
That's
but
where
the
most
best
of
stuff
the-
was on
yeah,
the GameCube
yeah.
and Game Boy.
Yeah, but a huge amount of them are already compatible with 2 screens, so...
Yeah, it's kind of like how the Rhythm Paradise game on 3DS was sort of a collection of all the various games from previous games, as well as some new ones.
There should be a Switch one, but
Yeah,
at some point.
I guess if any of them are from the from Touch.
Not buying it.
I might do. I wish it wasn't, so it's fine enough over.
That's familiar.
Yeah, I played the first game of those. Remember the
I
first one
never
was
played
alright,
the first one.
but it took a bit too long to get anything done on it, I found. It was a bit slow paced.
The fuck is that?
Hey Graham, how you doing, dude? You watching the Nintendo Direct?
Never mind that. There's an enemy invasion to stop, and a frontier in desperate need of...
No, they've shown WarioWare Gold and this.
And this looks really weird.
rolls out on May 25th in stores and on Nintendo eShop.
Get onto the Wii Switch.
Still better
Listen to me.
together?
Holy shit, they did another Mario Luigi!
Bowser's Inside Story is back for more...
Oh, no,
glorious
it's the
adventures.
DS ones.
Mario and Luigi have been tasked with finding a cure for the Blorbs, a disease threatening all life in the Mushroom
Well,
Kingdom.
this I'm interested in because I never played Inside Story.
Both brothers have been devoured by Bowser, and so their journey takes them deep into the belly of the beast.
Inside Story is
using
quite,
Bowser to scour
probably the most
kingdom for the
celebrated
cure.
one, aside from the
only way
original.
forward is to change between the Bros and Bowser. The Big
Cool.
Bad will even beef up for monstrous boss battles fit for a king. Take him down in this action-packed RPG. And
Frame rate looked like it was about 2 frames per second.
yeah.
Man.
wants in on the action. Find out what happens behind the scenes in the untold story of Bowser Jr. When Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s journey launches...
No one gives a fuck about Bowser Jr.
2019?
Detective
Wow.
plus a new amiibo.
There's a 3DS game coming out in a year.
Pikachu is a little different. He's gruff.
They still, I think what they really want to keep it as a budget system, don't they?
Likes coffee.
This hi-hat blend is as delicious as ever.
And
The voice of Pikachu.
Welcome to Rhyme City, where
How does he contain a voice box capable of that voice?
But recently,
Little body.
Pokemon have been behaving oddly and running amok.
On Charizard, eat them. Oh.
Luckily, a boy named Tim and Detective Pikachu are on the case, facing each mystery head on.
Quick attack! How was that? Did I do it?
Shortly after this Nintendo Direct, the game will be available for pre-purchase on
Such a
Nintendo
weird
eShop
characterization to give him.
Crack the case with Detective Pikachu when the game launches March 23rd. Plus, keep
That's
your
not
eyes
long,
peeled
then.
for this extra
I'm
large
kind of adorable, though.
Pikachu Amiibo
I want
figure,
it.
which launches the same day.
Holy.
Slightly taller one.
Mysterious Mansion reappears in Nintendo 3DS
Ooh.
remake.
Oh,
Oh,
why on
don't tell
3DS
me.
for fuck's
No!
sake?
Fuck! Yeah, okay, I'm annoyed as well.
Yay!
Good, at a lower resolution than the 2000. Ah.
Nintendo GameCube classic Luigi's Mansion has been remade for Nintendo 3DS.
I am really disappointed by that. If that had come to the Switch, then great, like, but that's really disappointing.
Luigi's Mansion 2 can now
What the fuck
explore
have they done to
the original
Pikachu?
mansion
That's
that
Detective
Mario
Pikachu.
went missing.
That's fairly obvious what they've done.
Scaredy cat, but these
Made him
classic
gruff.
No, they'll have used the engine they built the second one with,
Yeah.
and it's
Besides,
the cheaper way of doing it.
will be displayed
It's good
I mean, it's annoying, but you know.
It's
Shit,
good fit
that's
for
what
the
it is.
screen.
It's not annoying, it's
Fight the
shit.
ghosts in past battles in the new
Really
boss
pissed
rush.
off with that.
Hmm.
Luigi's Mansion for Nintendo 3DS launches this year. That's all for Nintendo 3DS headlines.
Good.
いかがでしたか。さて、ここからは任天堂スイッチのタイトルをご紹介していきます。
Wankers.
まずはヘッドラインです。
Oh, Switch time! Yay!
Kirby can even make friends with those characters? Kirby Star Allies finally launches next week. As you
I want
fight
that,
through
but I
your
want it to be
adventures
online,
in
so-
Dream Palaces where,
And again, it'd be good to play with the missus.
even fan-favorite legacy characters can become Kirby's
God damn
friends.
you and your loud
Well,
typing.
Dream friends, anyway. When you're saving the world, it's nice to have some heavy hitters on your side, even the likes of King Dedede, Meta Knight, and Bandana Waddle Dee.
Oh, cool, you can play as DDD.
More Dream Friends will be added to the game via free updates after launch.
Oh, that's good, as long as they don't pay,
First update will
pay
include
from,
Rick,
like.
Kine, and Ku.
That's cool. They rideable character, usable characters in the NES game, aren't they?
And Gooey.
They actually said Kirby's Fun Pack there.
It's
I
like
definitely
a
watched the
dream come
European
true to
stream.
bring this ragtag crew of characters together from across the Kirby series. Kirby Star Allies launches on Nintendo Switch March 16th, and the first free update will be available March 28th. Oh yeah, a quick reminder, a free demo is available now in Nintendo eShop on Nintendo Switch. What else are friends for?
Ooh.
Epic
Ah!
Tale
There we go.
returns with new artistic touches. Okami, the grand adventure in classical Japanese style, rises again
Oh, that's
in the
cool.
HD version. To save the
It is,
land from
but
a
as it's
terrible
already on
curse,
about 90
the legendary
platforms,
Okami, Amaterasu, was
ask
resurrected,
Janice to keep the noise
setting off
down.
on a quest with the wandering
Ram said
artist,
keep the noise
Lisa.
down.
Overcome challenges using the power of the gods, the celestial brush. With mere brushstrokes, you
I'll,
can make a
need- I'll
variety
need
of
the mic
miracles
left
come to
inside.
fruition. In the Nintendo Switch version, use touchscreen control in handheld mode, or use the Joy-Con controller's motion controls in TV mode or tabletop mode.
That's what I'd be tempted to get on
Both
Switch
methods
over
offer an intuitive
just
way
30
to solve
FPS
puzzles
on
and
every
defeat your
platform anyway
foes.
because of its engine and whatnot.
Meet an eclectic cast.
It'd be quite a nice one to play on the go.
Solve
It'll be.
mysteries,
It was
and slay
about 15 quid on
countless
PC,
monsters
so it'll
to
probably
discover
about
what
50
awaits
quid
at
on
your
Switch.
journey's end.
Hmm.
Okami HD launches on Nintendo eShop on Nintendo Switch this summer.
Someone
Only
from
on the
South
eShops, you can't even
Wales.
buy a cart. Definitely not buying a.
Eat up and
Guys, would you
grow
light
seeds
it up?
on Nintendo Switch? An adventure unlike any other.
Just 'cause I'm not a
From
sucker
Fairy
for
Bell
Nintendo
Sushi
like
Action,
you.
it's Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido.
Well, I'd rather get it on
The story
Switch,
takes
assuming
place
the
in
motion
bitter
controls
sushi
work well.
struggles. Raised in a world where sushi
Did you
is
play it on
forbidden,
Wii?
Sasha must wage
Yeah,
all-out
I did.
conveyor belt sushi battles to
And I
defeat
can't really
the
imagine playing it any other way.
Sushi monopoly. The gameplay is deep, but the basics are simple.
Yeah, this was
Just
showed
use
as
more
a
and more
3DS
sushi to
game,
pile
this
up
sushi
plates of
game.
matching colors on a table, then throw them all at your opponent.
Was it?
Mix up your strategies
Yeah,
to
there was
crush your
rumored
enemies.
today it'd be
If you
going to
manage pull
Switch.
off a special move created by one
I
of
don't know if
your
it's still
sushi
coming to
sprites,
3DS or if
you'll
they
be
just
able to
ported
get
it
the upper
over.
hand in battle. Of course,
I
there's
doubt
a
I'll bother
multiplayer
with
mode
it.
too.
Not
Battling
really a
fellow
puzzle
sushi
kind of
strikers
guy.
Online can get intense. Sushi Striker, the way of sushi.
Oh, there we go,
launches
3DS.
simultaneously on Nintendo Switch and
And
Nintendo
all the games to
3DS
do on both
Essentially.
platforms.
I know. Final
More
Luigi's
travels,
Mansion.
more details, and more launch info.
Hey.
スクエアエニックスの高橋です。本日はオクトパストラベラーの新情報を3つお持ちしました。まずは新たな2人の主人公のご紹介です。
Oh, we've
Have you
actually
played
given the
the-
game a
the-
name too.
You played the demo for this, right? You
トレ
too?
サは一人前の商人
Yeah,
であることを
it's,
覚えて旅立ちます。
I didn't finish
ト
the
レサの
demo, but I
フィー
liked
ルド
what I
コマン
played
ド
of
は
it.
買い取る。人々が持っている様々な
I like how
アイテムを手に入れることができる
they're
で
going
I
all
love the
out
look of
with.
the game.
I do in some ways, but at the same time, holy depth of field Batman.
薬師の
Like
ア
a
ーフ
bit
ェンは
of it on
大
the.
陸中の人々を病から
It certainly
救うた
looks
め
distinctive.
旅に出ますアーフェンのフィールドコマンドは引き出す。通常の話すでは知り得ない情報を引き出すことができます。2つ目の新情報はバトルジョブ。各キャラクターには基本となるベースジョブがあるのですが、バトルではもう一つジョブを装備することができます。商人のトレサが踊り子のジョブを装備すると、ジョブとアビリティの組み合わせで戦略が大きく広がります。さて、3つ目の新情報、発売日が決まりました。7月13日発売予定です。さらに、海外向けにはご覧の特別版をご用意しました。
Ooh,
中
special
には
edition.
8人の主人公と
I guess they go with that name as well.
トラップブックや冒険に役
I like it.
立
It's
つ世界地図
distinctive. It's
さら
very
には
old.
本
So.
作で使用するコインのレプリカなどが入っていますので、
So
ぜひ
to me, it
お
would
楽しみに。
kind of make sense to call it Octopath
特別版は通常版と
Travelers.
同時発売を予定しています。
Because
There's
you've
like 8
8
of them.
people.
皆様からいただいたご意見を参考に、そして励みにしながら開発チーム一同ラストスパートです。
Unless, of course, there's a specific reason that there's something called a traveler in the game.
Soundtracks
Hmm.
will also be available to purchase digitally at a later date.
Yeah, it's earlier than I expected, actually.
Yeah, it's
When
nice.
an otaku assassin enters the game world,
Oh, nice.
the legendary gaming console, the Death Drive Mark II. Travis Touchdown wanders into
Please don't
the
be
game
a
world and
crappy game I
embarks
don't
on
wanna
a
play, you know.
rampage of epic proportions. Inside, there's an action game, racing, puzzles, a total of 7 different game titles. With his beam katana in hand, he vows to exterminate every last bug he finds. Chain his simple yet exhilarating basic attacks and his arsenal of skill attacks to cut them down to size.
Not what I was
A brutal
expecting.
boss lurks at the end of each game.
What was the
Not what
last few
anyone was expecting.
Creators have
No, I
embodied
mean
these
like
concepts, though.
it's like a completely different game to.
Pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend for co-op multiplayer.
Ooh,
And
co-op.
partner up with the one and only Badman. Did we mention the adventure mode, which tells a new story?
You still
Travis
save the
Strikes
same
Again,
way.
No More Heroes launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch in 2018.
That's just this year then.
In Dark Souls, every
Oh,
challenge is
fuck
an
you.
opportunity. Plus,
Oh, look, it's your mum's vagina.
a world wrought with despair.
Azam, I wouldn't take that, but
In the seemingly endless cycle of death, one clean victory becomes a moment you'll never forget. Now you can savor your
Oh god, the
accomplishments
music.
anytime, anywhere, for the first time on
Flashbacks.
console with Nintendo Switch.
The Taurus demon.
Before launch, there's going to be a network test.
Matt's
players can
favorite
try
game.
the game. If this will be your first Dark Souls experience, welcome to a brave new world. Separately, the Soleil.
Oh my god.
Oh, give it to me.
With it,
Give
you
it.
perform the popular Praise the Sun gesture with reckless abandon. Dark Souls Remastered, and the Solaire of Astoria will launch on May 25th.
I am not getting any of that. Even though it's quite funny.
いかがでしたか？こ
I want to know what the amiibo
how's it
does,
going so
like-
far? Honestly, I've not really enjoyed it that much, mate.
ゴールドポイントが任天堂スイッチの e ショップで使えるようになったのをご存知でしょうか
Oh, I can't believe they did the Knight Solaire
ソフトを
amiibo.
購入する際、ゴールドポイン
Again,
ト
no.
をお支払いにご利用いただけますので、ぜひご活用ください。
They could have held that back for E3, and there'd be people saying that they'd won E3 just because of that amiibo.
ここで
Nah.
マリオ
Yeah,
テニスレー
idiots.
スに
Well, people did that with Waluigi, didn't they?
Yeah.
ご覧ください。
Excellent.
An all-star roster of Mario series favorites is ready to rally in full-blown tennis battles.
Hey, look,
using
Matt
the
there,
most
you see him?
tactical, tricked-out shots
Yeah.
ever.
Yellow bastard.
Mario Tennis Aces. There are more
Powerful.
There he is again.
playable characters, each with their own distinct characteristics.
Hey, jump.
Tiles on the Nintendo system
I was a bit like
allow
Trick Out,
pro
that changed.
players to step onto the court
I'm still waiting for Geralt from
Today we'll mainly
Oh,
cover the
yeah.
essentials
Witcher
of
to turn up.
refined tennis
Yeah.
gameplay. There's a variety of shots to serve up, like a basic shot, top spin, slice,
Oh, boo.
Hmm.
and a lob that'll zoom over your opponent's head. Just to name a few.
Oh, that's pretty.
It is.
Why not aim and then shoot?
What?
Oh, well.
Introducing the all-new Zone Shot.
Instant turn off.
It lets you pinpoint any spot you want to aim at using motion controls and send the ball crashing down. Zone shots are really powerful, so if you get hit by one, your racket will take some damage.
Damage?
If your racket takes 3 hits, it'll break, forcing you to forfeit if it's your last one. It's an instant KO.
I assume that's
Don't give up hope. You can stop a zone shot with a block. Return a shot with perfect timing, and you'll block, protecting your racket.
Hopefully if this is online and you can join your friends, you can turn
It's
that
no
bullshit
small
off.
feat to nail the timing just right. That's where zone speed comes into play. When using zone speed, the world around you moves in slow motion, allowing you to perform incredible feats, like chasing down a quick shot. It's no instant win card, but it makes it a bit easier to block powerful zone shots. Of course, you can't just spam zone shots and zone speed the whole match. You can only initiate these moves by using up some of your energy gauge. The energy gauge slowly fills up the longer you keep a rally going.
This video actually made me want the game
The
less.
easiest way to fill up your gauge is with the new trick shot.
Why? I think it's interesting.
I don't want the gimmicks. I want
If
to
a
play
ball gets
normal
away from
tennis.
you, you can
In
jump
Mario
over to knock it
style,
back.
normal tennis.
It's a risky maneuver. If you don't judge the timing or distance correctly, you can waste your energy or lose a point.
Love that
But if you're
outfit,
successful,
Mario.
your energy gauge will get a big boost. Fill up your gauge, and it's go time. Initiate your ultimate shot, the special shot. It will eat up your energy.
Aim for his
gauge
head.
away, but this thing can really turn the tide. It may even destroy your opponent's racket in one hit. However, not even a special shot.
People
guarantees
complained
it.
about the power shot in the
There's always
GameCube,
a
and now
chance
they've
to
added
get
in
blocked,
extra
so watch
shit
out.
that isn't
In these
needed.
intense matches, every move you make presents a risk and hopefully a reward. Your energy gauge.
The
could be
problem I
depleted
think with the
quickly.
GameCube, like some of those, is that it just
Will you use it for an offensive zone
it wasn't
shot,
balanced as well either.
or use it for some defensive zone speed?
Like in this, it seems like for everything that they've introduced, they've also come up with a counter for it.
Will you go for a surefire point?
Well, I remember the
Will you try
GameCube
to
one.
destroy your
You
opponent's
could
racket
turn
and
those
run
power
the risk
shots
of
off
getting
in
blocked?
like exhibitions or local.
Yeah, so I'm
multiplayer,
hoping you can
but-
do in this is to turn it off and just play.
Non-stop,
But for that,
split-second
you couldn't
strategy
turn it
may
off
be
for
the
the
best
single
part
player,
about Mario
like
Tennis
I
Aces.
guess Grand Prix and tournaments and whatnot.
Purists
There you go.
rejoice. You can also play using simple
There you go.
There you go.
which
Well
means
done, I'm
the
buying it.
basic shot.
Like, you'd be able to.
Oh, online multiplayer. Can you join friends?
You can play a match with your friends or other players.
Yeah, you could.
Friends!
Wii one.
Oh my god!
Events and online tournaments will be held frequently, allowing you to compete against
Oh, I'm
other
not gonna take
players.
part. I don't want to be last every
Matchmaking
time.
is based
Make me
on
feel
your
sad.
record for the event. Other
You turn up for Mario Kart every week.
participants can get special
Ah,
prizes
Cooper.
I'll come last all the
and
time.
special characters. There's also swing mode, which allows you to use your Joy-Con like a tennis racket. Forehand, backhand, slice,
That could work really well.
and
Right,
lob.
Ped, you're using that exclusively.
This mode is
I'm not.
perfect if you wanna
No,
play
no,
with
don't
Smash
BS
with your
me. You're
friends
using
and
that the
family.
whole time. I'm not.
I'm using motion controls.
Hey, Garrett, how you doing, dude? So far, personally, nothing have really tickled my fancy, but
The game offers a
Gazam, I
refined
think, have had a
approach to
massive
tennis
boner
gameplay, focusing on deep
throughout.
strategic payoffs. Plus, the story mode will offer other twists to the good old game of tennis.
Nah, this looks.
Did you see that?
Mario Tennis Aces launches June 22nd. Oh, and one last thing. As we approach the game's launch, we decided to hold a pre-launch online tournament. That way, you can try out Mario Tennis Aces for yourself.
Nice.
We'll announce the details at a later date, so please stay tuned.
okay.
全く新しくなったマリオテニスエース。どうぞご期待ください。
Janice has a
さて、
boner.
引き続き、任天堂スイッチのヘッドラインです。
Oh, nice.
Toad is ready
Is
to
it a
install
port?
Oh,
the system.
Probably,
Used to be a
yeah.
new game.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is bound
It's
for
a
Nintendo
port.
Switch.
For fuck's
You'll have a
sake!
variety of tricky sandbox-style levels inspired by Japanese
Oh,
rock
that's
band
new, though.
called Hakoniwa.
Yeah, I
Isn't
do
it?
recognise that
Rotate
Donkey
the
Kong
camera
level.
and touch the screen for a better view of hidden
It's
treasures.
probably yeah. That's
And
familiar.
this time, we've included a few
Okay.
Super Mario Odyssey levels too.
Ooh, okay, I'm getting it.
This is this is the first must-have Switch game.
Donk City.
It is the first game
Wait,
on.
hold on.
This is the first game that I've seen
By
in
the
this
way,
direct that I
did you know
really
Captain
would like.
Toad appeared in Super Mario Odyssey 2?
Yeah, this is a
The
lovely
Nintendo
game on
Switch version
Wii
can be
U.
played with a friend by sharing a pair of Joy-Con controllers. While one player controls Captain Toad, the other can assist with things like turnip cover fire.
Turnip cover fire.
We also plan to release a Nintendo 3DS version
Oh.
with 3D visuals and touchscreen controls. It feels like there's a box garden right in your hands. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker launches July.
Well, I have to see just how much new stuff there is, but I fucking love that game. So
Yeah,
Hey, who
that was a
turned out the
lovely
lights?
one. Is this Outlast? Oh no, I like the tail.
Yeah, got on
it's a good
PC.
fit. It's a good fit. Hmm. Hmm.
That's cool for the people who like indie games and like the portability.
Gaming
Ah,
icon
there we go.
crashes Nintendo Switch.
yeah, I was expecting this.
Impossible isn't possible until it happens. All three original
Got it on
Crash
PS4
Bandicoot
already,
games
so-
are debuting on a Nintendo system for the very
Crash is
first
shit
time.
anyway.
Spin
I like these
and
games.
wump through the trilogy's 100+ action platforming levels as Crash.
Oh,
and
give it to
assist
me on
Coco.
PC.
Everything from the cinematics to the animations to the
Why would you want it on
environments.
PC over the
They're
Switch? You
fully
love your
updated to the
handheld
original games,
nonsense.
so they'll look great on your TV or on the go.
First, fuck
Handheld
you, you cynical
nonsense.
piece of garbage. Second, I want it at 60 frames per second.
Save Tana in Crash Bandicoot.
Bet it's not 60 frames
Form
per
an
second.
uneasy alliance with the mad
No,
scientist
not on
in Crash
consoles, no.
Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back.
Well, it's cool, it's coming on Switch as
Stop
well.
him and the evil Uka Uka through a battle across time in Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Believe it or not, the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is officially making the wump to Nintendo Switch July 10th. Never fear,
Oh.
Little Nightmares is almost here. From award-winning independent developer Tarsier Studios.
Oh, I need to get around to
it's a
playing
charmingly
this.
Horrific adventure like no other.
Yeah, I think it sounds.
And me, I think
Puzzle
Matt's really.
platformer Little Nightmares will trap you in
Yeah, I
vast vessel of mystery
I
fueled by
actually am
collectors.
under an NDA when it comes to this game.
On Nintendo Switch contains two
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's been out for like a year though, hasn't it?
Six and
I know.
separate adventures. You must
Can't
face
still be
the
under it,
trap
it's out
across
with
all
reviews
8
and everything.
chapters. including
Well,
all kinds of
okay,
valuable content.
but I'd just say
Each
I
room
played it
itself,
before it came
the
out,
president is a threat.
Wow.
and
They both present complex
I
daily
got to
puzzles
play test a bit of
master.
it,
Not to mention,
and I
you can
thought it was
receive the
fucking
Nintendo
great.
Switch exclusive in-game Pac-Man mask by tapping the Pac-Man
Joe,
event
good
icon.
game.
Little Nightmares Complete
Why would
Edition
you get Pac?
releases on May 18th.
Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, why the hell would you get a Pac-Man mask on the
South
Switch?
Park
Like,
there we
to
go.
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, quite a few of the rumors.
To announce that South Park: The Fractured But Whole is coming to Nintendo Switch. From the creators of South Park comes this outrageously offensive superhero adventure that you can play anytime, anywhere for the very first time. Customize your avatar. Come on down to South Park and join Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Cartman's superhero team. Then have yourself a time with a battle system as surprisingly deep.
Java
as
will
the
buy
show
that
itself.
now.
You should buy it anyway because it's great.
Level up, build your notoriety, craft items, go on quests, and more. All past DLC will be available for purchase individually or as a part of the Season Pass. DLC 1
Oh, at least you got the option to buy it individually, unlike Nintendo. And they are DLC packs. You either buy it as a pack or you don't buy it at all.
Bring the Front will tell an additional story when it releases later this year. South Park: The Fractured But Whole releases on Nintendo Switch April 24th.
God, show me something I want.
Warriors Definitive Edition.
Jesus.
At
Hyrule Warriors Fight Again
Take a
edition.
quick moment for a release date
least it's
announcement.
got the 3DS content.
The heroes and villains of the Legend of Zelda series are about to spring into action once more this spring. Hyrule Warriors Definitive
was brief.
Edition launches May 18th only
Good.
on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, to be honest, we don't need a lot on that.
Give ARMS a go.
Oh no!
If you're not an ARMS fan just yet, well, we have good news. On March 31st, we'll be hosting a 3-day test punch. Download this demo event from Nintendo eShop on Nintendo Switch. Play for free and see what you think of the world's stretchiest
I thought
title.
this was fun when I played it, so
I
just-
didn't like it.
Yeah,
Still waiting for it.
that was-
Inkopolis News Bulletin. It's update time. Attention Inklings. After months of intense online and offline splatting, Europe's best Splatoon 2 teams will splat it out for ultimate glory at the Splatoon European Championship Finals at Polimanga in Switzerland on March 31st.
Who cares?
As well as showcasing the best Splatoon 2 teams that Europe has to
Why
offer.
is this a part of a
Splatoon
Nintendo
European
Direct?
Championship will also play host to
Send
a
emails
special
out to people who
virtual
signed up to
concert.
Nintendo Store.
Pearl and Marina of the game's pop idol duo, Off the Hook, will appear on stage to sing
Hey, look,
along
it's
to
the
a series of
3-year-old.
slammin' tracks and perform their slickest choreographed moves, all accompanied by a live band. It seems like those two are also coming.
and stayed it.
Can't make it to the event? We've got you covered. You'll be able to watch the tournament's thrilling conclusion, as well as the Off the Hook concert via live.
Filler. Yeah, they need some filler before they
Wait,
bring out the big
there's
guns.
even more Splatoon 2 news. This April, Splatoon 2 is getting an update. Version 3.0 is coming.
Okay.
Here's a brief and briny taste of what's to come. 100 new pieces of gear. That means fresh looks, just in time for spring.
See my outfit, it's just random shit stuck together.
Plus, more stages. Piranha
Oh, nice. That's one of my favourite ones from the first game.
Triggerfish.
That as well.
And the hottest date spot for the hit
That one's new, isn't it?
Wahoo World.
Yeah.
Wahoo
Yeah,
World.
that's the new one.
And what? Rank X is here. Rank X is an extreme rank. Even higher than
Above S+.
More details are coming soon.
That's good. That's an entire new rank I'll never reach.
Octo Canyon.
Oh, more single player.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Is
Oh my
that is
God.
that definitely what
The
that is?
world of Splatoon 2 continues to evolve, so don't miss out.
Oh my god, I don't want that to happen when I'm playing.
Now, a word from the Squid Research Lab. Check out their latest video.
This looks like a music video from the 90s.
Sounds like it too.
Kids today, eh? This must be the new single player stuff.
So this is what it's like to descend into madness. Yeah, as I said, single player stuff's really good in these games.
Yeah, I love the single player stuff in the first.
Mm.
Fair enough.
So are they adding all of that and new single player content for free?
Yep. Oh,
That's fucking...
they've oh no, maybe that's paid for.
Octo expansion.
どうも、イカ研究員です。いかがでしたか？
paid.
いただいたのは、ス
There
プラ
we
トゥー
go.
ン2の有料追加コンテンツとして配信予定の新たなヒーローモード、オクトの映像です。
In fairness, they've described it as hefty.
Yeah.
タコのような見た目の主人公、8号は全ての記憶を失い、薄暗い地下鉄のホームで目覚めます。ここはどうやら地下深くに建設された謎の実験施設。この巨大な地下世界には80もの実験施設が存在し、それぞれ
Looks like it could be a survival horror. Just
ホ
like hell.
ームに直結した施設では、主人公の行く手を阻むミッションが待ち受けます。
A survival horror full of neon pink.
Yeah, when you get to that bit. When Silent Hill got really experimental.
Well, it's been on for half hour now, so I'm assuming this is the end now.
Yeah.
And if it is, I'm really disappointed with this direct. I didn't even have any high hopes for it, and I'm still disappointed.
It's not been a great one.
I was expecting to see something new that was worthwhile. The only thing that was Luigi's Mansion, and it's on the wrong platform.
2018年はタコの年。
Nah.
スプラトゥーン2オクトエキスパンションは今年の夏配信予定です。このオクトエキスパンションはダイレクト終了後に任天堂スイッチの
Oh wow.
The real horror is in the clash in colours.
Oh, I see. You can pre-purchase it.
研究さんありがとうございました。スプラトゥーン2さらに盛り上がっていきそうですね。
ご期待ください。
本日の任天堂ダイレクトは
Yeah,
以上。
it's not great
で
direct.
はなく
Well, actually,
Uh-huh.
of course you
もう
do.
一本映像を
Nearly always do.
それでは本日最後の映像をどうぞ。
Is it the first game? Yeah, it's the
Looks like it,
first games. I'm pretty sure that was the trailer for the first
This is the trailer for the first one. I remember this because this was the moment I was like, what the fuck is... What?
I was like, is this
I remember everyone though with the first game was like, oh my god, this is awful, what are Nintendo playing at? And then it turns out to be great.
I don't... This didn't happen like this.
Is this a Smash Brothers?
It's gonna be Smash. Yes.
Oh my god! Oh god, fucking...
Please be a new one and not a fucking
And
remake.
that's Breath of the Wild link
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, no way.
Smash 5, come on. 5.
Well, fucking hell, this year?
Oh, sweet! Now I'm happy. If it's a new game.
Well, I suspect it will be a heavily, well, mainly just an iteration. But
No, some people just don't. I think Janice just had an orgasm. That sounds like it, to be fair. Well,
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I should add that sound effect instead. That was cool.
Well, I thought that was pretty good, all in all.
Yeah,
Pen
it's
is-
I think Pens is too cynical, but I would agree it
You're
wasn't.
not too cynical.
It wasn't amazing. It was just pretty good.
It was alright. Yeah, there's a lot. I know what I mean. There's a lot of stuff we've seen before. I mean, it is cool to see Switch keep getting third-party stuff, even if it is always late. But
Yeah.
again, I know the portable aspect's not a big thing for you, but like, you know, it's like first time that South Park game is portable, first time Dark Souls, and something else they announced that I've forgotten. But yeah, not a great deal new there that really got me excited. But
I think
yeah, it was
the
alright.
best thing about
Oh my
that,
god.
the best thing about that was the Smash Brothers announcement. Unfortunately, we don't know if it's a remake of the Wii one with a couple of added characters or a brand new game.
Well, it was well spotted on your behalf. That there was the Breath of the Wild link in there.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I that could just be. I mean, they kept changing the link model as they've gone, because it was like it's been like Twilight Princess 1, and obviously it wasn't Twilight Princess 1 to begin with. So yeah, and I mean it could just be it's a different skin effectively, but it's also a good chance that it could almost be in addition to like Classic Link. You could have Classic Link and then Breath of the Wild Link, who they could build around his new abilities, or at least
Well, you could have a completely
Yeah,
different.
you could do exactly the same as Classic Link, but he can climb stages.
no,
He's got like
he could do
No,
everything that he could do as Classic Link. Only every now and again you've got to stop and wait for him to get his breath back.
Well, no, you think about it, a lot of the basic abilities are pretty different. Like a lot of the.
I mean,
stasis
I'm thinking
stuff.
about it. There could be some really cool stuff where he could use like stasis. He could use and the bombs are different. He could freeze things and all that kind of
It'd be cool if you used stasis, because you could use it on someone and then hit the shit out of them and then go straight out of the fucking level.
Yeah, I mean, it
but-
could be something.
When
The
did the last
last
Smash
Smash
come out? It came out about, I'm gonna say 2014. I'm
That's
probably
right.
wrong.
2014 September, I think, on 3DS, and then like November on Wii U, I think it was.
The only
Yeah.
reason why I would rather a Smash port over the Mario Kart port is because the amount of DLC that came to it, and it was on two separate platforms. If all the content was on one platform, that would be one hefty fucking game.
Yeah,
I would still rather have a new
yeah.
game, like.
I mean,
Isn't
I think in general it's going to mostly just be the same game again. I don't think, and also because I don't really see what they can do to Smash to move it on beyond just a tiny bit of polish again.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's going. So to me, it's going to basically be a kind of Game of the Year edition with some extras. It's going to be that kind of a job, but I don't think it's going to be a quick port, because I think they'll spend some time getting that right.
Yeah, it seems like they've if they've been working on it for a while. What? Years they might have been working on it. And as a
Who
port,
knows?
something
And
fine.
we don't even know who's been doing it either,
Yeah,
because
that's true. It could be Jeff down the road.
yeah,
So the guy, the bloke from down the road is working.
but
4 years,
yeah.
I think you may have a higher chance of it being installment. Yeah. Then again, Mario Kart 8 was out for 3.5 years, and then they done the deluxe version. Yeah, what was your overall thoughts, guys?
They're decent. I personally speaking, I'm happy to see a lot of the ports on there, but probably most of which I'm not that fussed on getting on there. But I'm glad Okami's coming on there. That might be more
Yeah,
interested in playing on
that's
there.
quite good.
Don't get me
I
wrong,
think
it's
there
pretty
was
cool.
a lot of worthwhile stuff on it. I know, like for Peds, obviously, because he's going to play most of these things on the PC, and he's not interested in taking it away. A lot of that's diminished, but I think that so it's like for me, I'd say it's something like a C plus or a B minus if I had to give it like a rank or something like that. It wasn't amazing, but there's still plenty there, and it's got Captain Toad now, so fuck everything else.
Yeah, the games that I'm interested in getting for the Switch that they showed is Tennis, Captain Toad, Smash Brothers, and 3DS. I think.
I'm so bummed that Luigi's Mansion remake.
Yeah,
mean,
I think if Luigi Mansion was on
I
the
totally
Switch,
get
I'd
why.
have
I
grabbed it
totally
straight
get
away.
why. The Dark Moon engine, and maybe they don't feel they could release it with those assets on Switch. But I just want it at a higher frame rate, and because otherwise, like, it's inferior to the GameCube version. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
I
in
mean,
fairness, it'll be doing 3D as well.
yeah, which was good on
which
Dark Moon.
it does really suit that that setup because it has that almost like a playset view. The camera is like staring into a doll's house anyway, or something. It suits it really well. But yeah, I can see. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's frustrating as well because you just know how good like a modern lighting engine with Luigi's Mansion in HD could look.
Yeah.
But-
From saying he thinks he wants Toad in Luigi's Mansion. Well, Toad's Treasure Tracker's coming to Switch. Luigi's
gonna be
Mansion
good.
is 3DS.
It's weird. Captain's coming to 3DS as well. which,
Yeah,
Rated
yeah.
E2.
Well, it probably didn't do a lot on the Wii U. It would never have, and it was always quite a budget title, so they're probably gonna milk everything that they spent making the damn thing.
Well, the levels are quite small, weren't they? They were quite.
Yeah.
Which is what I loved about it. It was just all these little.
Oh, I mean, I loved it so much. I made 2 Mario Maker levels out of them.
We could jump, right?
Yeah. So I'm really happy that that game's getting seen again. And it does look like they're adding some decent new content to it, whereas like the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze one it's just a new character, and so that looks like it's to me it would depend how much new stuff there is, whether or not I'd get it, I guess, and the price of it. But also I have to buy a fucking Switch first.
It'll be full price probably, won't it? I mean, all the Wii U
Well, it was a
games,
budget title to begin with. I think
Yeah.
it was cheaper. So yeah.
But I think like Tropical Freeze was. I know in America it was $50. I don't know if it was cheaper here, and then the Switch one's $60. So whether they'll charge more for it or not.
So the main thing I was hoping for, mention of the Virtual Console. Getting ridiculous
Yeah,
now.
I would have liked something operating system.
I don't think Virtual Console is the sort of thing at this point where they're just going to announce it in a March Direct. I think it's going to be a bit of a not a bigger thing, but I suspect it'll come. It'll be in a Direct where I think they're going to be talking about their entire online infrastructure and how it works in with the paid subscription. I think that's when we're going to hear about it. Don't think we're going to hear it now. It's a bit throwaway at this point. And whatever they do with the paid stuff, when they detail that and announce it, that's probably going to be its own Direct. And that's where the Virtual Console will probably be talked about.
Which is a bit shit. I want to know about it now, god damn it.
What do you think the chances are? We're probably not going to hear anything else on Smash until E3.
No, I can't see anything until E3
now. Probably not. There could be. I don't know. How far away is E3?
July,
June.
June,
Is it June or
Okay.
July?
So it depends whether or not there's a Direct between now and then. I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe got another character announced between now and then.
Well, they did for the last. Did they do it for the last one as well, or was it just Brawl? They did the dojo stuff.
No, they did it for the last one as well. I don't know if it was daily like the dojo. Oh no, he did the daily Miiverse post.
Oh yeah, well he's not going to do that now, is he?
Daily Twitter post, I guess. Now,
Yeah, Twitter post.
But yeah, like,
and actually, we don't even know if Sakurai's working on it right now. Like,
yeah, we know nothing about her. I reckon E3 will probably be a bit about Smash. But it's coming this year, so they're gonna. It's gonna be a big blowout at E3, I reckon, on it.
Yeah. I mean, if it is predominantly a port, then they're not. It's not going to be an enormous blowout. But the thing with Smash though is that, in all honesty, and actually this could be a bit of an issue for it. When we talked about like the DLC that they added, some of those characters, they're licensed from other companies, and they would have to go through the hurdle of being allowed to use them again.
Yeah.
Because we know that Snake hasn't come back, and things like that, so that could affect what they're allowed to do going forward. You'd like to think, I mean, Bayonetta is probably there because they'll be nuts not to let her be in that game. She was one of the added characters, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Bayonetta? Yeah.
She was like the last one.
Yeah, she must be there because that's just free promotion for the Bayonetta games that are coming to Switch. Because otherwise, there's just that would be madness not to do. But like, is it Cloud was one of them?
That's right.
He might. Who knows? Yeah, that's another one.
Maybe
they
will
will
do
have.
Final Fantasy 15 for Switch, and to they'll put
Well, isn't the 7 remake still rumored for Switch? Or was that confirmed? I can't remember.
I have no idea. I didn't know it was cool, to be honest.
I seem to remember that. Or it could have been that people were saying because he was in Smash, that meant there was a chance that it would be on Switch. I think that might have been the other way around.
Alright then, guys. Do you fancy playing Rocket League again?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll back them up on that.
But yeah, what was there? I'm just trying to look through the lists again. Okay, we've got a list. Because we had WarioWare.
Again, if it was on the Switch, I'd have got my 3DS. I don't even know where it is.
Well, fucking find the thing.
The
thing that I'm really surprised about is that they're actually releasing a game in 2019 for the 3DS. I mean, I understand. Like, if it was this year, I could understand that. If that was like the end of this year, I could understand it. But next year, it's just weird to me.
Bit daft, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I can still understand you support it through this year with some, like Luigi's Mansion is going to be a relatively cheap port because they'll be building on what they did with Luigi's Mansion 2. And Mario and Luigi is going to be building on the previous 3DS ones that they've done with Mario and Luigi. So there's probably a relatively easy development cycle that they can go through. So it's cheap enough to make. You put it on the system which has got a decent user base and is a budget system now.
Yeah.
I can understand all of that, but next year, that's just like the Switch. By the time that comes out, the Switch could be 2 years old, and that's a bit daft to me.
I agree with them. Completely. Bit really.
But I think it's great that Little Nightmares is going to be on the Switch, and and the Travis Strikes Again, which looks flipping mental in a good way.
It does, but it does look very different to how the previous games were.
Yeah, well, isn't it meant to be like it's effectively a mini game collection, and each game is made by a different indie developer? Isn't that it? Something like that.
So. It's something like that. I don't know if it's exactly that. But
so, like,
even
a game
based on an indie game, they made the games all with help of the indie developer. But
yeah, but I can't think of another game that's ever been like made like that before. So that in itself is a really unique thing. So that's really interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, more Smash.